Mortenson with us today. He's a linebacker. He's from Belle River, Ontario. He's 6'2", 215 pounds. Nate, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So we just saw you at the CFC Prospect Game Tryout and Showcase for the CFC Prospect Game, and you did really well. You came in 12th over 300 plus other prospects. So, I mean, for the stats, so that's pretty awesome. You're pretty quick for a linebacker, 4.75.
Yeah.
You're moving a big body pretty quickly. So that's awesome. And you had like a 30.9 vert and almost a 9 broad jump, which was awesome. So like you definitely have been working this off season on your testing skills. Listen, tell us a little bit about how you got started in football and what you're doing now.
I got started in football by on my Xbox. My first ever video game was Madden 16, and I downloaded it and I started playing. I was like, I want to try this out in real life. So I loved it from there.
There we go. Yahoo for video games for making people active. Have you always played on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I usually play defense more, but I have played like tight end, but I like defense better.
Why do you like it better?
You can just read and react instead of having to focus on your one route and what you got to do. You can just see the whole field and just play off that and what they do.
Do you like the more like the strategy part of the defensive bit, or are you just more of a like violent, you just want to go out and whack people?
I would say it's both pretty even for me. I mean, strategy is cool, but I also like hitting people as well. It's good to do.
Would you like what type of, I mean, you kind of said you're balanced each way, but what type of player would you say you are? Are you a more quiet player on the field? Are you a little bit more rah, a little bit mouthy?
I'm relatively quiet, but unless someone comes at me first, I won't really respond. But if someone's like talking to me, I'll say something back. Got to be defensive of myself and my teammates.
You're not afraid to say a little bit back, right?
Yeah.
What kind of coaching motivates you?
I would say constructive criticism. Like I like hearing what I do good and then what I need to work on my next steps to, keep getting better and improving myself for become the best player I can be.
Do you have a pretty good relationship with your coaches?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
So you're playing or you go to Belle River High School, but Belle River District, but you play with the Essex Ravens, which is a pretty strong community team in Ontario.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids that have either been ranked or have actually gone down south right now. Is there any pro player that you kind of look up to or you model or you kind of wish you played like?
One pro player that I look up to would be Luke Kuechly.
Yeah.
So it's been like one of my favorites. I just like how he plays the game and how he can read offenses and stuff. And he takes his preparation seriously with his film study. And yeah, he's just one of my favorite.
Were you so sad when he retired? I was sad.
I
don't
really
even
sad.
play football.
Pretty sad.
He's one of my favorite players. I loved him too.
Yeah.
He was fantastic. During the season, what's your favorite part or what bits do you like most?
Well, my favorite would be obviously playing in the games.
Right.
The whole game atmosphere, like just getting ready, warming up, getting prepared with your teammates and getting ready to get after it and hopefully get a victory out of it.
Is there any particular type of swag you wear on game day?
Not really. I just like arm sleeves and stuff. Just simple.
Are you superstitious at all? Like, do you have to like do everything the same each game day or are you just kind of like whatever?
I like to just have a routine and just stick to it so I don't mess up and just get my mind right every time. And yeah, that's pretty much all I do. Just do my certain routine.
We're hoping that football season's going on in Ontario. I know I'm out in BC and it's a go. So I'm kind of hoping that that's across the country. So you just must be like ecstatic. You just want to get on the field.
It's been too long.
So what kind of goals did you have going into the season?
I want to win a championship for one. I want to be the best I can be, dominate on defense.
You just want to get out and play.
It's been like 2 years for me. So
how has the pandemic or how did it affect your training? I mean, according to the scores, not very much.
I had to adapt instead of, I couldn't go to the gym. So I had to work a lot with my trainers outside and doing some more like different movements in order to get the best I could be. And
Do you think that that was a good thing because, it kind of forced you to think outside the box a bit?
it was a blessing in disguise, I would say. I got to do different movements that were pretty hard and challenge myself every day.
Did you reach any personal bests, or was it just too hard because you didn't have access to the equipment?
Well, when the gyms got back, I able to get my new max bench press. It was 275, so that was pretty good. And I did a 4-foot box jump too. So yeah, that was some of my personal bests.
You're pretty happy about that, I see.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to in terms of recruiting? Like, are you looking forward to going on visits or talking to coaches, or is that just starting for you, or is the whole thing kind of make you a bit anxious?
I'm pretty new to this recruiting process. I would say I'm just really starting out.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to go on like visits and talk to some coaches more and just learn more about some programs.
Do you have any idea of what types of schools you want to go to, or like what do you want to take post-secondary in terms of like academics?
Post-secondary, I'd probably take some like criminology or something. That's pretty interesting.
And why is that? Are there police people in your family or public servants, or?
No, not really. I just thought like law is kind of cool. You can see how like certain people interact and think differently. And yeah, it's just something I found pretty interesting.
Are you a big, what is it, CSI fan?
Uh, not really, but I've seen it when I'm at my grandma's house a little bit.
Your grandma's. Did you just link me to your grandma?
No.
Dude, hope I'm not that old. I remember when CSI first came out and everyone was like, woohoo. And then it seemed like all of a sudden there were 10 CSIs like from every single city. It was like, oh my word. Do you find it difficult to, doesn't really apply to this year, but in previous years, did you find it difficult to balance like schoolwork and training and your social life and your family? Like, how does that work for you?
Yeah, it was pretty difficult, but my family always been very supportive of me and everything I've ever done. So they understood when I had to, miss some things in order to help become a better player. So they were really understanding, and they helped me kind of balance my schedules.
Okay. And how do you deal with performance expectations like that you put on yourself or that others put on you or your coaches put on you? Or are you pretty, easygoing?
I tend really not to, like, I'm my worst critic myself. So I tend to be really hard on myself. So honestly, when I just go out there, I just play. I don't try to overthink anything. Like, that's what it's all about to me, just having fun.
And you mentioned your family, that they're a pretty good support system for you. So that must make it a bit easier. Where do you hope football is going to take you in the future?
I hope football will take me to some post-secondary school and maybe past there, we'll see. But right now I'm focused on going to post-secondary and playing football at the same time.
Here are the very serious questions. What are you watching on Netflix?
I've been rewatching some Last Chance U and Last Chance U basketball. Those are probably my top 2 favorite shows in Netflix.
Okay. Have you watched all of the Last Chance U's, the football ones?
Yeah, I've watched them all.
I know. So have I. What's the dude at the very beginning? He was like total psycho, the head coach.
Oh yeah, he was pretty crazy.
And then the guy after him, when they stopped doing that school, like he was almost just as bad. Wow,
he was worse.
JUCO coaches are nuts. What's on your music playlist?
Just some rap music.
Dogs or cats?
I would say dogs. I got a dog myself. And
sweet or salty?
I would say sweet.
Any particular type? Candy, ice cream?
I like ice cream.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Everyone has one flavor.
Probably cookie dough.
So if you could have one video game, what would it be?
Probably Madden.
If you could win, or who would win a fight between Spider-Man and Batman?
Batman.
Now I'm gonna throw you for a loop here. Who's gonna win a fight between Batman and Wonder Woman?
Ooh.
He's like, why did you give me this one?
That's a good one. I would still probably go with Batman, but I feel like it'd be closer than Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm with you. But you know what? What's her face? When she puts her like things together and destroys everyone, I don't think Batman has a chance. Really. And she is like a god or something, right?
I don't really know.
Okay, if you met a genie and he offered you 3 wishes, you can't ask for more wishes and you can't raise people from the dead. What are they?
Probably one would be get rid of COVID.
Oh, yeah, good one. Totally.
Probably another one would be to get lots of money, get a nice car too.
You obviously haven't watched any of these intros because I say this to all of you guys. You ask for money, and then the next wish you waste to buy something. You have all the money, so you don't need to like ask for a car. Just go and buy it. Then you have another whole wish. If you could meet one person, a non-athlete, who would it be?
Does The Rock count as an athlete?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not so much for football, but definitely for wrestling.
Oh, okay.
He's not really now though, so I guess you could use it. Did you know that he's like if he isn't the top, he's one of the top grossing actors in North America?
Him and Kevin Hart are like the two that I really know of.
I love The Rock, don't get me wrong, but like really, he doesn't really have that much acting chops. He's just got big muscles and really cool tattoos. Actually, and he actually does a lot of good like philanthropy stuff. I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, he does a lot of really cool stuff with different organizations. So we'll give him that too. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I'm going to say no. I don't think it's a sandwich.
Why?
I mean, it has the bread and everything, but it's not really a sandwich because it's a different style bun, you know? It's just not a sandwich in my eyes.
What kind of style of bun is it?
It's not like, you know, the bread. It's more like this instead of that. I don't know.
There's no right answer. I always say it's not a sandwich because actually I just say it's not a food. A hot dog is just not a piece. It's like mystery.
Yeah, we don't know what's in there.
Just slather it with a lot of ketchup. And you know what? Ketchup makes everything go well. All right, Nate. Well, thanks so much. And good job at the combine. I know that you kind of turned some heads there. So that's super awesome. And good luck this season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Looking for more exclusive Canadian recruiting content? Become a CFC Insider Gold or Silver member today for access to rankings, analysis, and the latest recruiting news from across the country.